Hey folks, Paul Abernathy here, CEO and founder of Electrical Code Academy. We're the ones that make the Fast Tracks program. It is an extensive NEC learning program designed for electricians to truly learn the National Electrical Code the right way. No quick fixes, no flipping through a code book and not truly understanding what you read, and hope that you go into an exam and cross your fingers and pass. Beyond that, I have set out to create a program that even after your exam, that it is useful in the field. Means that you can use our programs that we have, they don't expire. You can even use them in the field as a resource tool when you run into something you may not remember through the course, or you just need to get a quick look back and refresh your knowledge. Our Fast Tracks programs are designed specifically for that, whether it's our grounding and bonding course, whether it is our exam prep courses. We have both the basic and enhanced. Whatever you need to truly learn the National Electrical Code, we have for you over on our website. Now, let's talk a little bit about exam prep. Now, I'm a firm believer that you need to put in 90 days of dedicated study. What does that mean? That means 3 months of studying at least 2 times a week for 4 hours each session. That is 12 unique sessions that you're going to do it, or 12 unique weeks, I should say, where you're doing 2 sessions each week for 90 days, 3 months. Now, what is that going to do for you? Well, there is this magical number between 95 and 100 hours of dedicated study that you begin to start having this concept of memory that you can recall, especially during an exam when it gets a little stressful. Our courses are structured courses. They're not like just flipping through the NEC. They're not like watching DVDs or watching YouTube videos and hope that you remember something. That's not what our courses are about. They're not the cheapest courses in the world, but they're not the most expensive either. Don't get those courses that you do a crash course on the weekend. You're wasting your money. That is not how you're going to learn and retain the National Electrical Code. Now, our program, which is Fast Tracks, which is a trademarked program, walks you step by step through the process, whether you're doing single family dwellings, multifamily dwellings, commercial buildings, schools, stores, whether you need to learn basic calculations for continuous load, conductor ampacities, anything that you need to learn to not just pass an electrical exam, but actually use out in the field. We're going to cover in our program. It's extensive. You go at your own pace. Again, there's 19 units. At every unit's end, there's what's called a competency review. Now, that competency review is going to tell you how you read that material, how much you absorbed that material before you go on to the next unit. So, when you do those competency reviews, they're self graded. So, let your significant other, your friend, your coworker, let them grade your test and see how you did. Because if you did less than 70%, you need to go back into the unit and read it again. Now, a lot of people ask, oh, and by the way, you get that for 19 units. Okay. So there's a lot of questions that are built into there, and those are tough questions. Okay. No softball questions here. Now, one of the things that I'll also remind you that there is a difference between our basic enhanced, our basic course and our enhanced course. The basic course has everything that the enhanced has, except the enhanced program has access to Fast Tracks Tube. That's our exclusive video platform. Now, Fast Tracks Tube is designed like YouTube, except for there's no fluff over there. It's purely the National Electrical Code. Everything that you watch on Fast Tracks Tube, you can trust because it's been vetted by me personally. Right there on a platform that's easy to use, whether you're on a desktop, tablet, or even a mobile device. Works seamlessly. Now, that's the enhanced program. Not only you get the course material, but you're going to get 12 months of access. And that's the only difference in the price between the basic and the enhanced. It's that 12 months of Fast Tracks Tube that gets included in the enhanced program. So you might say, well, I don't need videos. I don't need that extra reassurance, that little ancillary learning base. Maybe you just need the course material and your code book. Well, that would be the basic program. Now, they work the same way. Read the material. You'll hit these chevrons, these little arrows. It'll give you the code reference. You go to the code book, you read it, and you come back to the material. Now, This may sound simple. You may think you can do this yourself, but it is a certain way you study, and it's a certain way that we feed you the units and how the units are done that's going to make all the difference when you need to learn the National Electrical Code. It's the National Electrical Code is not the easiest document to understand. It's very much technical jargon, and you need to have a resource that breaks it down so it's easy to understand, gives you great illustrations. And here's another beautiful thing in our program, you have a feature called Fast Trax Interact. That means that at any time you're in the program and something confuses you, you just don't understand, you can go to the right and you'll see this little cloud. You click on it and you can type in there or cut and paste an image. You can cut and paste verbiage from the course, whatever, in there and ask your question. And we constantly monitor that and come in and answer it. Now, the beautiful thing about it is we don't delete any of those. So whether or not other students have asked questions or you asked a question, they're all going to stay in the repository so you can scroll, read the questions that other students have asked because there is a high probability that you have those same questions and you can get the answers right there. So we leave that open so that every student can see all of that interaction that we have in that Fast Tracks Interact. You get so much with our programs. Not only that, is you get a database of exam prep style questions. It's all the way at the end of your course because we don't want you doing those just yet because we want you to do the competency reviews and we want you to move through unit to unit to unit to unit. Okay, one at a time. Don't skip. Just go from unit to unit to unit, pass your competency review, and then go to the next unit. Okay. Now, at the end, you're going to get access to a database of questions, hundreds of questions. Take your time, dissect them. There are going to be some separate test banks that you can use in the last 2 weeks to actually time yourself. But right now, one of the key things to learn in the NEC is take your time, dissect the question, use the index, use the table of contents, go back and forth. You will get better at the National Electrical Code. There is no other program like our Fast Tracks program. I guarantee you, you give the time to learning the program, you give the time to me in studying, and I can promise you, you'll be a better electrician for it. Check out our Fast Tracks program. It's over on our website, fasttracksystem.com. Watch our demo video. It's under the info tab in your navigational link. We encourage you to check it out. Also, we have message boards. We have a forum now that you can actually participate with other members, post images, post questions, go into a separate chat room if you want to have a detailed discussion about the code. Every resource that we can give you to help you learn, we've tried to provide that in our program. That's why it's not just a course. The Fast Tracks is a system, and there's no other system like it. I've been doing this for 38 years. We have put together the definitive course to teach you the National Electrical Code. Check it out. You won't be disappointed.